As he said, I work as a dancer and choreographer. I also work as a dance therapist, working with physically and emotionally challenged people. And I work in dance and education to bring culture through dance and music into high schools, universities, elementary schools, to bring cultural awareness. One of the things that I always question as an artist is that what is the main reason we perform, we share our art? And if I go back to ancient India, I'm from India, not ancient India, the reason that we performed was not because to receive adulation from an audience. It was to actually create a higher vibration, to bring joy to people, to bring healing, and also to have a powerful dialogue and communication. So my job as an artist or a dancer or anything is not to come on stage and please you, which I would love to do, but it is to be true to myself and bring out my inner magnificence and truth. And when I do that, I shine. And when you see me shine, you shine. And there's a powerful dialogue and communication. And dance, for us, goes back to 5,000, 6,000 BC. We danced because, as I said, for healing traditions, for prayer, as a prayer for the whole world. And also we brought sociocultural, political issues to the stage. And this is not just contemporary Indian dance, but it goes back to 4,000 BC, very, very old. Because our dance comes from our philosophy, which is orally transmitted. So a lot of those were written about women's issues, about race issues, about cultural issues, spiritual issues. So when I came to Canada, of course I faced culture shock, like anybody else, but one of the things I faced was dance culture shock. And I'll share with you what that means. I was hired by a ballet company to show Indian hand movements so they can incorporate it in their ballet. And when I first went there, I was very surprised because everybody was very, very thin and did not eat a lot. So I was having lunch with my rice and curry, and they were having carrot sticks and celery sticks. And this is in the 80s. And we got into talking, the students, and they were like 22-year-old, 23-year-olds with 12-year-old bodies. And it was very new for me, coming from a tradition where if you look like that, you're not allowed on stage. As simple as that, because you have to have hips to do the sculpturous positions and all that. So they told me, I guess your career is going to be over soon. And I was 25, and I said, why? And he goes, well, by 30, you will be, retired. I said, so I was really naive. I said, what happens at 30 in Canada? Do people die? Because in India, and that's one of the dance culture shocks in India. When you're 50 and above, that's when you start being respected as an artist. Because you bring life's experience, life's grace, life's wisdom, and manifest it into your art. Whether you're a visual artist, dancer, musician. So in the beginning, you are learning, and you're eternally learning. My dance gurus, one of them died at 93 years old, and she performed until she died. One of the other ones, male gurus, was 86 years old and she died. The other one, a dance culture, is they asked me to lose 10 pounds because they thought I was too fat. And I said, no, I won't be allowed on stage if I lose 10 pounds. So there was a lot of, along with a lot of racism that went into the dance world in those days, how you had to look, what color you had to be, what shape you had to be. There was a lot of this as well. But thank God for flamenco dancers and African dancers that I worked with, that I got a different perspective on the dance culture in Canada. One of the things is dance for me, quote unquote, nobody is a dancer per se. For me, everybody is a dancer. Everybody can dance. Everybody has the gift of dance. But in North America and Europe, we have forgotten that movement. In India, we believe that movement and dance was the first form of communication, even before speech. So biologically speaking, even before our vocal cords developed, it was through hand gestures and facial expressions that we actually communicated with each other. And then our vocal cords developed, and then we actually used language. So all our spiritual transmissions are through yoga and dance movements. So if you look at Indian temples and you see sculpture after sculpture, it's not just a matter of beauty and grace, but it's a powerful dialogue of ancient philosophy transmitted to you through dance. And one of the things is dance helps bring joy, but it also is very good for the left and right brain function. When we move, it invigorates the blood vessels, all the thousands of nerve endings, the acupressure, acupuncture points, and most of all, it brings joy. When you are happy, the first mudra, which is gesture, mudra means gesture, is a smile. Why? Because it changes our body chemistry. And that's the essence of dance, really, for me. Wherever I go, whoever I teach, whether they're 90 years old or 4 years old, if you can bring the aspect of joy, love, compassion to them, you have achieved as a dancer for me. So dance is beyond just movement and language. Dance is a way of life, a philosophy of life in motion for me. And I think if we can really incorporate our art with the general public and make them believe that they are basically as compatible with the art that we do, then we have done our work as an artist. It's all about creating a beautiful vibration between the audience and you. So the idea is to touch people, that they feel joy and their lives become a little better through that. So that's what I didn't have anything written down, really. That's what I had to say. And to talk about dance just verbally is not really justifiable. So we'll do something for 2 minutes, if that's okay with Janet. And then after if you have any questions to ask. So that was my presentation. Thank you. So if you have any questions.
Well, thank you.
That's your job.
Yeah. So thank you, Amrita. I am totally down for that transitional thing.
We do a lot of Bollywood for fun. So we'll just do some. Is that good?
Very good.
Okay. And so the idea is just to move as you want with a lot of joy. That's all. I love you.